Good evening everyone, welcome back to Budget Scenery Workshop. Today I'm going to show you how I built these two display boards. Because one, I wanted to be a themed display board for when it comes up for a start collecting box set. So that's going to be this one. So I want some creepy trees. You've seen me build them before. And this one, I just wanted lots of texture. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Let's get started on this build. Okay, so firstly, I just went ahead and made the trees. You've seen me make these on a previous build. The only difference was that I sprayed them brown and then a slight overbrush of green. Then I used my sponge, then dabbed on different browns just to highlight the edges. Then I added the nooses because I wanted a really creepy looking display board for the start painting army that you saw before you. And the other difference was I actually gave these a black wash and added the moss, but you've seen that before. And for the base I used polyfiller to just smooth off the edges instead of having a step in the middle. I thought this would be a much better idea. And for a very subtle look, I wanted some vines, and for that I just decided to go with just hot glue. Turned out pretty cool, I think. Then it was just a matter of deciding where I wanted to stick the trees in, because once they're in, they were permanent. And yeah, I think they look really good. Now for the other one, and well, for both of them, I used Luke's APS texture paste. I will post a link down in the comments for that, and the final build is coming up. So yeah, as you can see here, all I did was just added the texture paste to the underside of the trees, just to make it look like there was kind of dead ground. Let's see the finished result. Okay, and there we are. I'm really happy with how the texture paste turned out. There wasn't there wasn't an exact recipe, but you just have to eyeball it. It's really good texture, turned out really well. Obviously with it being polyfiller based, you know, it kind of gives it that texture and it just stays in place when you paint it on, then it just sets really hard. Now about the trees, I don't want any comments thinking this build was politically motivated or, you know, it had anything to do with awful current world events. Anyone that thinks that, they just can't distinguish between, you know, fantasy builds like these that are just works of pure fiction and real life. Okay, with that all out of the way, I hope you enjoyed this build. Please do let me know in the comments what you think. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like this build and if you learned something. If you would like to support the channel and help me do this full time, also get the chance to vote on what content you see, you can become a supporter via Patreon. Go check out those benefits. More will be added once I get a few more supporters. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this build. I will see you next time. Bye for now.